Hello, on this video I want to show you how to delete a record from the database. This video belongs to a series of videos that I'm recording, and I'll leave a link to the series on the description of this video in case you're interested. Alright, so this is where I left off from the last video. So up to now on this project, we inserted a new item on the database, then we retrieved the information, after that we update it, and now we're going to delete a record from the database. So I do have the action right here, and on the action I have the ID that I saved on the session, I have the object, and now I need to create a function inside the zoo class to delete a animal. So I'm going to change this boolean, and I'm going to name the boolean is deleted, and then I'm going to call a function called delete animal, and all I'm going to pass is the ID of the animal. And then finally I'm going to put a message right here. So if deleted is true, I'm going to create a view bag on the status equals deleted successfully, else delete failed. So I just want to put a message there. And then for the return, I'm going to just return the view. Now I still do not have a delete animal view, but I'll create in a little bit. So for now, I want to work on the delete animal function inside the zoo class. So here I'm calling a function that doesn't exist. So because of that, it gives me the red squiggly. So I'm going to hover over, show potential fixes, and then I'm going to click on generate the method. And after that, I'm going to right click and then go to definition. And this is the function that Visual Studio created for me. I'm going to delete the throw statement. And the delete animal is crazy similar to the update animal. So I'm going to copy the update animal function. And then I'm going to paste inside the delete animal function. So the connection string never changes, remains the same. The query changes, and I'm going to get the query from the database. So I'm going to go to the SSMS, and then I'm going to open the zoo database, do a right click on the animal table, go to script table as, delete to new query editor. So the query to delete is very easy. You just have to be extra careful with the where clause. I'm going to do a select on the animals table just to see what we have there. So I have a bunch of data, and they are repeated because on the last video I purposely made a mistake to show you how important the where clause is. And on the delete, it's going to be even more important. So when I run the delete command, I must put here the condition. So let's say I want to delete the row where ID equals 11. So I must put here where ID equals 11. Now once I run this command, the row 11 is going to be gone. And if you notice right here, just like the update query, the delete query also returns the number of row affected. Now if I select everything from animals, the record with the ID 11 is gone. Now what happens if we don't put this? If we forget to put the where? So in that case, when you run this query, notice that I have now 40 rows affected. That means the data you had on the table is gone. So if I select the table again, you see no data whatsoever here. The data is gone, complete. So when you run this kind of query, you gotta be extra careful. So always use the where clause and be super careful about that. So I'm gonna copy the query and I'm gonna take to Visual Studio. And I'm gonna put the query right here. And notice that I only have my parameter. So I'm going to delete all these other parameters in the bottom, and I'm going to leave this only because this is all I need. So the ID is being passed as a parameter to this function, and then the add ID is a parameter within my query. All right, step number 3 is execute query. So this doesn't change, and this doesn't change either. So if everything goes right, then the execute known query is going to return 1. And if you return 1, then I return true. Anything other than 1 is bad, and I return false. Anything other than 1 is going to be bad. So in this case here, if the count equals 0, that means it did not delete anything. Now the else if here, and then finally on the else, if you got here, that means you messed up. You deleted a bunch of records. And if that's the case, then here you need to log your error somewhere, or raise a flag, or do something, because if you deleted more than one item from the database, now we have a problem. This is disaster. So in real production code, you do something like that, but because this is not real production, I'm just gonna simplify and have the code like that. So 1 successful, anything less than 1, I'm gonna return a false. This function is now completed. I'm gonna zoom out here for a second and stop here for a second so you can see the entire function, just in case if you're following me. And now I can go to the home controller, and then on the home controller, I want to create the view for the delete animal. So right click, add view. I'm going to create a razor view, and then I'm going to name this the same name as my action. So this is going to be delete animal. Click on add, and then right here I'm going to put a layout equals null, and then right here I'm gonna put the viewBag dot status. All right, so layout equals null, and then viewBag dot status. All right, so now I'm gonna run this program. I'm gonna put some data. Click on submit. I'm gonna edit the animal just for fun. Click on submit, and I'm gonna delete the animal now, and then I get the message says deleted successfully. So that means the animal is now gone from the database. All right, so in the next video, I'm gonna talk about the layout. So the layout is when you don't have the layout equals null here. And when you do that, it will pick up the default layout, which is this one right here, and will mix your view with the layout. So I'm gonna run this program one more time so you can see the effect of the layout on the page. So the name, I'm gonna put like and subscribe, click on submit, then click on delete. And if you notice that now I have some HTML code right in the top, probably some CSS as well, some message. So when you add the layout to your view, you add whatever formatting and whatever HTML code you have on the layout. But that's a topic for the next video. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.